Hello, I'm taking a break. I am um, actually excited to start working today. I'm going to be working on the tech inclusion scorecard, and the idea is to have the first draft of it done by today. But what I want to talk to you is about something that has been on my mind, as all these things are. How to become a power ally. So people have what I've been doing lately in my if I'm at an event or speaking or something, inevitably someone will come up to me and say, hey, I want to help you do this, or hey, I want to connect you with this person, and hey, I want to do this, that, and the other. And what I found is they'll give me the card, I follow up, I don't hear back, or they respond and they don't follow up, and all these things. And I'm just like, okay, this is not working. So how do we shift this? And so what I've started to do is, again, you guys know it's all about doing for me. Don't tell me what you're going to do. Just do it and bring me in on it. So when I'm at an event, I was at an event this past week, and someone handed me a card. I'm not taking your card. You know how to find me. If you want to connect me, if you think what I'm saying is valuable enough and you want to connect me with your network, you have the connections. So you know how to find me. Everybody can find me on Twitter. I have a website, so it's not hard to find me. So why should I do the labor of tracking you down, following up, doing all these other things? Again, it goes back to, and it seems simple, it seems like harmless, but when you're talking about improving inclusion and diversity, particularly for members of underrepresented and marginalized communities, what you do not want is to cause them extra labor. That's what you do not want. What you want to do is, as a good ally, as a power ally, is to open doors. Not just open doors, but take their hand and take them to the person. Take them to the community. Take them to the networks. And that's how you prove that it's not just talk to you. That's how you do in this space and not just talk about what is important. So I have 3 tips on how to become a power ally. The first one is, don't speak for us. Give us the center stage within your network. So I don't need you to talk for me. I don't need you to explain for me. I don't need you to explain who I am, what I am. What I need you to do is allow me opportunities to get on stage or have opportunities to speak for myself. That's what I need, because I don't have the key to the doors to those networks. I don't have those relationships that you have. So I'm not asking for you to paraphrase, mansplain, anything. We're not asking that. What I'm asking is that you just give me the stage. Provide opportunities to give me the stage. So if someone says, hey, I'm looking for someone who can talk on this thing, hey, I know someone. Kim is available for this, and Kim needs to be paid. Those are the things that we need our allies to say. We can't say that. We can say it, but it goes nowhere. So our allies need to be the person to say, she needs to be on the stage, she needs to be paid, blah, 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 blah. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2 is, don't like our content, share our content with an endorsement. So Jeff I met him at the DjangoCon. He was an organizer of the DjangoCon, and I don't want to say his last name because I'm using my phone, so I can't look it up to make sure I'm correct. But I think it's Triplet, but I don't. He demonstrated a wonderful example of how to amplify my message in his network. So he, instead of just re-quoting in something benign, he re-quoted. Instead of retweeting, he re-quoted and put an endorsement for me for his network. And that's what we need, particularly allies. If you have over 10,000 followers, you do not understand how much impact that will have for my message and for people like me. I think I have 2,500. So I am making an impact in my small community, in my small network. But if I had someone who had 10,000, 20,000, 100,000 followers, to quote, retweet me as an endorsement, that goes a long way to getting my message out there, to amplifying my voice, to creating a stage, a platform for me to share my message. And the third one is, don't talk about what, and I talked about this, don't talk about what you can do. Sit down, let's create a strategy, and more importantly, execute on it. So it's about coming to me and say, Kim, I have this group I want to introduce you to. Kim, I have this individual I want you to. Kim, you need to know this person. Okay, fine. Let's sit down. Okay, Kim, this is the strategy. I'm going to do A, B, and C. And this is what I need you to do once I've done A, B, and C. And then execute. I shouldn't have to track you down. I shouldn't have to keep following you, because you know what? Again, that's emotional labor, because I'm feeling like, okay, maybe they were just saying something because, you know, I was in the moment and whatever. And that's not how that works. As an educator, when I needed to expose my students to something, I took them there. I exposed them to it. I didn't let it be on their responsibility to do that, because I know what they need to. They had no. It's like you don't know what you don't know. So for me to say, hey, you just go out and figure it out, is not what I would. I couldn't have been a great educator, and I could say I was a great educator because I cared about how my students were going to be outside of the school environment, because that's an artificial environment. So I was preparing them for what the real world is like. So I'm going to reiterate, if you want to be a power ally, in helping improve inclusion and diversity in this tech space in our communities and organizations, and particularly amplify the voices of those people, the underrepresented and marginalized communities that you respect, I'm going to add another tip. So I'm going to go through them and add another tip. So don't speak for us. We don't need you to speak for us. We just need you to give us access to the platforms. Don't just like us. Quote, retweet with an endorsement. And then don't just talk about what you're going to do. Create a plan and execute on it. And I'm going to give you one. This is going to be a power strategy. Find somebody who is from an underrepresented or marginalized community, who's saying and doing things that you like, that you admire, that the person is inspiring you. Make it your job to, for 30 days, go through there every time they tweet something that you're going to share with your community, particularly if you have 10,000 followers or more. That's one tangible strategy you can do that does not take much time out of your day. Find some 1, 2, 3 people that you whose message is on point and that you would like to spread, and you make it a plan for 30 days that you will share their information, that you will tell people about their information, that you will amplify their voice. That's what we need. We need you to get out of your comfort zones and do these. And it's not even coming out of your comfort zone. It's something that's so easy for you. But what I find is people don't understand or don't know how. So you can't say after watching this video that you don't know how, don't have a strategy for amplifying the voices of people in underrepresented or marginalized communities who are saying things and doing something that matter to you. So thank you and have a wonderful day.